Guess who's back? Back again. Got hairy legs. Tell your friend. Why did I do that? This is why I don't like tea. When you specifically see a child, or a human, or a very young kid, or an alien from another planet, and it suddenly acts so professional and so masterful like a boss. We call this specific type of people as prodigies. When we see a prodigy, we say, woo, this kid is talented. But around 10 years later, 15 years later, or 30 years later, whoa, that's old. We gradually forget about this prodigy, don't we? It's because it was a child prodigy. Let me emphasize that word. Child prodigy. A child prodigy is a talent. It's basically part of the talent, and it's one of those greatest talents that lots of kids would want. But when we see a child prodigy for the first time, we'll be like, ooh, that's amazing, right? But then later we ask ourselves, how long would that last? What the heck? What is talent? Why does people have talent? Is the talent useful in the first place? What is a successful person with a talent? So in this lecture, I'm going to be talking about the meaning of the word talent and also the originality of talent, and one of the greatest examples of two composers, Mozart and Beethoven. Wait! Currency? Talent is currency? Okay, let me get this straight. Talent is not the talent that I'm thinking about. Talent is money. Okay, let's research the crap out of this talent.
5 minutes later.
My eyes, my brain hurts, damn. Talent ain't what you think it is, actually. I mean, I don't really trust Wikipedia, but let's actually have a very clean information. So let's really talk about this. So basically, 1 gram costs about $38, but 1 gram is not 1 talent. Because it says 1 talent is 33 grams. Therefore, 1 talent costs, holy shit! That is 1 talent. Okay, now we understand about the money part of this talent. But the question is, what does that got to do with the talent that we know? First of all, the definition of the word talent is a natural ability to be good at something. In other words, of talent is basically gift. So now the question is, what does that gift talent got to do with the money talent? So there is this famous story that I want to share titled The Parables of the Talent. And that talent is that money. So basically the story begins with a guy who is super rich. He has tons of money. So of course he would have servants. And in this story he has 3 servants. So this guy has to go somewhere, therefore he gives these 3 servants a mission. And one of those missions is basically something to do with that talent. So then that's when he gives this first servant 5 talents. Damn! Then he gives the second servant 2 talents. Damn! And he gives the third servant 1 talent. I mean, it's not that much compared to the other guys, but still, damn, I at least want to have half of that talent. And so he basically gives them a mission to earn more talent from the talents that they gave to them. I mean, I don't know where he went to, but that's not the importance of the story. But anyways, let me remind you this one more time. Servant number 1, 5 talents. Servant number 2, 2 talents. And servant number 3, 1 talent. So then later when the guy came back, this is what happened. The first servant who had 5 talents, he sent up to the guy and said, yo, bro, you gave me 5 talents to invest. I got 5 more, baby. 10 talents. So the guy was like, oh, damn, you're done, mate. So the second servant who got 2 talents went up to the guy and said, yo, fam, you gave me 2 and I brought back 4, baby. Am I cool, bro? Am I cool? So the guy was like, whoa, damn, that's my boy. Give me high 5. So this time, the third servant had to go up to the guy and he said, oi, mate, you made my life difficult, bro. You made my life difficult. You got me only 1 talent, bro. What am I supposed to do with 1 talent, bro? You know what I did, bro? You know what I did? I buried it to the ground, bro. I buried that talent to the ground. So the guy was like, Good job. Now can I have that talent back? So the servant gave him the talent and he was like, thank you, and you're fired. You lazy schmuck. And so he basically gave that one talent to the first servant. And so what happened to the third servant? He just got kicked out and he got into some sort of a darkness or something. I don't even care because that's not the importance of the story. I mean, he should have at least deposited in the bank. If you don't use your talent wisely, or if you don't even use your talent properly, and you never work hard with that talent, at the end, you'll get nothing. And also, that talent will be taken away from you. Now, I must say, this story is not a horror story, but I have to tell you, this is a very damn scary story. This is a scary story in the Christian's mindset. It's because that guy that they're referring to is God, and the servants are everyone in this world. You, me, everyone in this planet Earth. Seriously. Oh yes, in this story, it's in the New Testament of the Bible, Matthew chapter 25, verse 14 to 30. And guess what the color of this text is? Red. The color of this text is red. It's spoken by Jesus. Talent is a gift. Gift from who? From God, basically. And if we don't use that present properly, it's going to be burned down to the ground. Two composers that I want to talk about in this lecture: Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and Ludwig van Beethoven. These two ugly fellas are one of the greatest composers of the classical period. However, Mozart lived in the early classical period and Beethoven lived in the late classical period, but lived a little bit into the early romantic period. So let's talk chronologically first. Mozart. What kind of a talented guy was he? Mozart is a great example of a child prodigy because he was famous since he was 5 years old. He also wrote his first symphony when he was 8 years old. Yeah, you heard it right. Mozart wrote his first symphony when he was 8 years old. Damn, he wrote something like this when he was 8 years old. What did you do when you were 8 years old? Do you know what I did when I was 8 years old? I picked up a paper clip from the floor, unfolded it, make it to a straight line, shoved it into the plug hole, and when I turned on the switch, I was like... I was mad stupid at 8. But do you know what Beethoven did when he was 8 years old? He did his first public performance. Yes, he did his public performance when he was 8 years old. And the funny thing is, his dad, oh boy, his dad lied about Beethoven's age and said that he was 2 years younger than his actual age. And he claimed that he was the next child prodigy. So now, let's look at the quantity of these two bastards' compositions. So now let's look over here. Mozart lived 35 years in his life. Whoa, that's a pretty young age though. But anyways, he wrote 18 piano sonatas in his life, 36 violin sonatas, 50 symphonies, 22 operas, 25 piano concertos. Okay, I'll just stop there. I'll just stop there. But Beethoven wrote 32 piano sonatas. Woo! Okay, that's impressive. He wrote more than Mozart. Damn, alright. And then he wrote 10 violin sonatas. Okay, it's not so much compared to Mozart, but still, that's pretty impressive, you know. And he wrote 9 symphonies. And only one opera. And 5 piano concertos. Also, I forgot to mention that he died when he was 56 years old. So yeah, Beethoven lived more than Mozart did. By the judge of the quantity, Beethoven definitely lost in this comparison. Mozart wrote his final symphonies, his best symphonies, in 6 weeks. Yeah, in just 6 weeks. So he was very fast when he was writing compositions, faster than Beethoven in some aspect. So in this comparison, it looks like that Mozart had more talent than Beethoven did. Yeah, well, I can see why you would think that way. Or was he? What if I told you Beethoven wrote his last compositions when he was deaf? I'm not even exaggerating. Beethoven actually wrote his final compositions when he couldn't hear anything. So I always ask myself, like, how do you write music when you're deaf? Like, it's like a blind person who having ability to paint a picture. So Beethoven used this little trumpet thingy where he had to shove that trumpet in his ears and he was trying his best to hear something out of the instrument. And the second method was bone conduction method. This method is when Beethoven used a wooden rod and placed it in between his teeth to the piano to listen to the instrument. So now I'm going to demonstrate with a 30cm ruler because I don't have a wooden rod. So basically Beethoven did... Because I'm Asian, I have a wooden chopstick because I don't want to hurt my teeth again in the wall. So basically Beethoven had a longer wooden rod than this one. So he basically placed the end of the wooden rod to the piano and he clutched it with his teeth like this. And he basically started to play something on the instrument and he could hear that noise while the wooden rod vibrated into his teeth, vibrating into the bottom of his skull, and that's how he was able to hear the instrument. And that's how he was able to play the piece in this position. Do you know one of the last compositions that Beethoven wrote when he was deaf? Let me show you one of his greatest examples. The Ninth Symphony. Before I show you this, the symphony is a piece that is performed by an orchestra. And so, this is what the Ninth Symphony goes. Wait, why is there a lyric to the symphony? Beethoven was a composer who wrote so many compositions while breaking the rules of that music composition format. This was one of his greatest examples because symphony is a piece that is performed by an orchestra, but he added a choir in there. Not many composers actually added a choir in a symphony until Beethoven did, and later after Beethoven, so many people added a choir in their symphonies. Some people say, which I completely agree with, that Beethoven has opened a new period known as the Romantic period. It's a very arguable comment, but I completely agree with that because there were so many composers who copied Beethoven's style. He didn't start the same way as Mozart did. Don't get me wrong, I didn't say Mozart did not work hard as much as Beethoven did. Mozart would have not wrote that many compositions if he did not work hard. The most important part here is that how much did you develop from that talent into something great? Everything has a work in progress. As soon as you think you're complete, you have no vision. So, let's get smart! Do you agree with my lecture? If you disagree or if you have any other topics that you want me to talk about, leave a comment down below. Then I'll see you in the next lecture. My name is Joshua Wan Parkin, and as always, take care.